Good evening, guys. This is Saikida here. So I want to take you through a trade I took. It was early in the morning, South African time, March 21st, Thursday, 2025. This was Thursday, right? Sorry, early Friday. It was Thursday in New York. Thursday at 7 o'clock in New York, 7 p.m. But obviously in South Africa, it was around 1 in the morning on Friday. So I just want to go on my journal here and show you the actual trade and actually show you because I was actually trading this live on my Discord. So I want to go through the analysis and the execution with you guys. So for your notes. Okay, so here we have this is my journal. This is my journal, Notion. This is my Notion journal. This is Friday, NQ Asia. On the daily chart, I had this here. So I want to go through the bias that I drew from this daily chart. Excuse me. So we had discount like that, and we had this bullish candle close above this CB. So I was watching that volume imbalance. It's just a bullish bias that I had, you know. So coming into Asia, you don't really need this, but whenever I'm about to take a trade, I like to be in alignment with the bias on the daily chart. You understand? You don't really need, you've seen the videos, you've seen the other videos where I just tell you what to anticipate and what to trade. You can scalp, you can using exactly that, waiting for initial sell side or initial buy side to be swept before and then look for a change or in state of delivery or bearish market structure shift or bullish market structure shift, depending whether initial buy side or sell side was purged first. Then obviously if it was buy side, you look for a bearish market structure shift to go short and you use a new day opening gap as your draw, right? So on this day, I did have a daily bias. So I'm just gonna go down from the daily chart down to the 1 minute and show you my execution. So on the daily chart, looking at how these candles have now closed and violated the CB, closing above it, I do have a bias that's bullish up to that daily volume imbalance, or at least it is relatively highs. That's what I had in mind, right? So I was trading on this day. Now coming to this day, you have a day that was an in-day range, so it was trading inside of the previous day's high and previous day's low, right there. All right. So if you focus on that and you go to a smaller time frame to have like a clear structure of what was happening there, which is what we are going to what I'm going to show you on 1 hour. Coming to the hourly chart, you can see that price is trading inside this range. This is obviously that daily range that you saw, and this is an in-day. Sorry, excuse me. Uh, this was an in-day range of trading between this daily high and that daily low. So it closed inside that. So I'm trading on this day when the day just began here at 7. So I'm looking at how price went to the discount of that, hit the bullish order block or a bullish breaker right there. You can't see it on the screen, but you can go back to your chart and check what that is. It rejected lower prices from there and then soon broke higher, went all the way down, clearing the rejection blocks right there, pushed higher, creating relative equal highs right there. And then what did it do? It pushed all the way down again, referring to the inversion fair value gap right there and rejecting. Look at the body, the bodies of the candle, they're closing up there, they're not closing down here. So that's significant. That shows strength, and it pushes higher, creating new relative equal highs, violating this CB here and also closing at the high of the upper CB right there. So coming into this day, I'm just looking at this as a deep retracement, nothing more. Cleared rejection blocks and then pushed higher. Now, on the 15 minute when this was happening, I was watching a discount of this dealing range, and that imbalance up there as my short-term draw. I was looking at this swing low and that swing high right there. So we're trading inside that at discount. I was looking for something on 15 minutes. So on 5 minutes, you can see the reclaimed PC right here. This was obviously the futures, but I had something similar on the CFD chart as well, which is what I'm going to use for this today's explanation or today's lesson. So obviously going to the 1 minute, you have to highlight your new day opening gap, the opening price at 6 and the closing price at 4.59 the previous day. And then between 6 and 7, you highlight your highest high and your lowest low, which is initial buy side, initial sell side. All right. And then we open at 7 and then we rally. We cleared initial sell side. We refer to the discount here, which is this reclaimed PC. And you can see the new sell side being cleared inside that, cleared the initial sell side, and then there's a change in state of delivery right there. I was already looking for longs there because I could see that die down, the momentum dying down, this sell side being taken, bullish market structure, I mean, change in state of delivery, just right at 9:30. So I went long, excuse me, I went long there. But then my stop loss was down here. I don't know how I got traded because this low was not taken on futures, but on CFD it was taken. It got taken, and then it pushed again, gave me that fair value gap. I went long there. That was my second entry, and I was targeting the new day opening gap and the initial buy side here. I didn't even need price to go all the way above these relative highs, but that was something I knew was gonna happen, you know. But I was also kind of feeling sleepy, so let's watch out. Okay, so I don't know what's happening here because it keeps stopping. I'm trying to record and these new monitors, I don't know what's happening. So yeah, this is what we had on 1 hour. I just want to remind you, this is a bullish breaker. That's a bullish order block right there. Down close candles, prior move higher. That ran sell side. That's a bullish order block. That's a bullish breaker. The up close candle pushed higher, went all the way down. On futures, it took out relative, I mean, it took out those rejection blocks. Then it pushed higher, generating more buy side relative equal highs. Again, move low, reclaimed the BC. Then it pushed higher, violating this CB and closing at the high of the upper CB right there. Further generating what? More buy side. And then went all the way down. I'm looking at the you can do this and get the gray pool, the gray area here. It failed to reach the gray area, the 0.5s, the CEs of this week's here. This is a gray pool, so it failed to do that. I'm just looking at that right now, okay? But this is what I was looking at. Let's go to 50. Let's go to 15 minutes so you guys can see. So it keeps stopping, but I saw it before it closed. And then this is the down close candle, the last down close candle prior this move. So I'm watching that. They failed to close. The bodies failed to close at the main threshold, and then it rallied, closing above the last up close candle, the down close candle in this downward movement, causing that to be a bullish order block, and that is inside of that, so it qualifies to be a proportion block. Hence, I have a PB right there. So I was trading, looking for a buys down here, targeting these relative equal highs on 1 minute when I was trading in Asia that day. So obviously the trade was called live on my Discord because this is what I was looking at, relative equal highs accumulation. I was looking at this as manipulation to push and go higher. All right, so let's go to 1 minute and see what we have right there. So on 1 minute, you can clearly see that we have this reclaimed BC right here, stopped at the CE, and then we pushed higher. We have relative equal highs, and then consolidation going into Asia. 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, you get the highest high and the lowest low between 6 and 7. That is your initial sell side and your initial buy side. So whichever one is run first, as soon as we open at 7, we ran sell side first, we left the initial buy side. Obviously, with what I was showing you from the daily all the way to this, I'm looking for longs. And once we hit this discount array, I like the fact that we generated this new liquidity, which makes it even a high probability when you say this. When you have like a hard time frame PD array, this is what you want to see before a real move comes. They are going to entice new. They are going to entice people that is going to start running higher. But it's going to be. I want to remember this saying. So they say the second mouse gets the cheese. The first mouse thought it had it. Boom. Stop loss hit. Change state of delivery. The second mouse got the cheese. But today, I think the third mouse got the cheese because that sweep right there. I was actually victim to that. But this manipulation low, it did not occur on the futures market. So this is not the gentleman's market. This is Forex, and Forex is not the gentleman's market. So it made a lower low to this one, when in fact on futures it made a higher low right there. It was just a deep retracement inside this bullish breaker. Bullish order block that created a change in state of delivery after it reclaimed this. There's a 2-minute basis. Yeah, it reclaimed that and hitting the propulsion block. So I was watching that, and also the time is very much important, 9:30. So the real move came after 9:30, going all the way up. Look at that. I'm referring to the imbalance here, premium, closing above that. On retest, it retested that initial sell side liquidity inside this PC. Went all the way up above initial buy side. Look at that candle. And then further referring to the buy side liquidity as relative equal highs. These are also relatively equal. So that was it. And I'm now going to show you the message I sent on Discord when I said, no, let's go live and trade Asia. And I'm going to show you my executions now. Let me see. Let's see if I still have it right there. Okay, so this guy outs me on Discord, bro. Are we gonna trade? Are we gonna trade Asia? And this was my reply. I said I'm live. I said, okay, I'm up, bro. Let me check if there's a good meal for us tonight. I'm live. I went long on NQ. This was my execution, as you can see right there. I got stopped out. Here. On my initial entry after a change in state of delivery there. I went long, stop loss below the swing low, victim. So I was the second mouse, which did not get the cheese. Then I came back in with the second entry. And this entry is the one that delivered all the way higher. And then I took out majority, if not all, at new day opening gap. right there. So I took a majority out here. You can see that. And I also, yeah, this is the I set up on futures. You can see it made a higher high, but even on futures I got stopped out for some reason because it went lower sharply to the downside with displaced with so much speed. I think the spread hit me, and then I went long again inside that piece as I showed you on the execution right here. As I showed you on the execution right here, I went long right there. So that's what you're seeing there. And I went out at new day opening cap. I didn't wait for the initial buy side liquidity to be swept. So this is it, and this is how you break it down, and this is how you come up with the bias during Asia. And it's easy because this was an A plus because initial buy side liquidity was still intact. 7 o'clock we ran initial sell side, deep discount of that dealing range, and you had relative equal highs. That makes it an A plus. So that's it for today, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.